mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me.
I've been building, just staying low for a little bit so that when I do come back out, it's powerful.
You ready to rock
yeah,
and
it's
roll?
always powerful. When I come out, guys, you know that I'm coming out.
Yeah. So, do you plan on running again or no?
It's not in my plans right now.
Yeah.
That is not something that I'm envisioning. Running for office, you know that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you.
Move your mic a little bit closer for me.
It takes a lot out of you, out of your family.
Right.
It's a really, really long commitment. And right now, that's not something that I want to commit to.
That's understandable.
So shout out to everybody doing their thing out there. I know how hard your work is.
Big facts. Big facts. The campaign trail is a lot of damn work. It's very stressful. A lot of even for the local ones, and people don't even come out in droves like they probably should. So it's really hard to do work and just.
And
never
that part
know.
is frustrating, right? It's frustrating, but I get it, right? Because I'm part of that system that doesn't see change. I'm part of that system that people don't. They tell us they're gonna do A, B, C, D, E, and F. They walk into office and they do G, P, L, M, N, O, P. Like, what the heck was that?
They just change up everything.
That ain't what we talked about.
Exactly.
What happened in that meeting that we had that you said you were doing this and this and that. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It is frustrating. It's a system that's not built for people like us, and we just got to keep on going at it and trying to change it.
I agree. Before we jump into the meat and potatoes and everything,
what you got?
Please introduce yourself.
All right, damn that part.
We got another dope individual up here. We got right into the shit.
All right, so Enid Santiago, pretty much just a resident of the city of Allentown, somebody that believes in equity, equality, and always fighting for the right thing, trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to leave a better world for my grandkids at this point. Sadly, I don't think that it's going to happen for my children, but I am definitely setting up the foundation so that my grandkids have a better future and have some equity up in here.
Talk that shit.
And your babies,
Talk
for that
shit.
generation.
For sure. That's beautiful. A lot of people only so focused on right here, right now, but they forget that we got to leave a world behind.
Yeah. It ain't about me.
It ain't about us at the end of the day. And these are all stepping stones, like you said.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
So it's all for them. See,
that's why
Eric is my kid's age. That's why I said, not my kids. Like Eric is stuck like me. He ain't gonna see a lot of change up in here, but definitely his babies will because we're doing the work out here for them.
Exactly. So, like, in what capacity are you still like on the politics stage?
So right now, I am the director of organizing for the New Pennsylvania Project. It is definitely an equity building voter registration organization. So all we do is register voters. Okay. So once you expand that electorate, once people are just registered to vote, I'm not even fighting with you about what party you want to register. I just want you to register to vote.
Just exercise your rights.
Let's go ahead and get you registered, and we could talk about the meat and potatoes after that. You're already registered.
Yeah, let's get you in the game first and foremost.
So we are expanding the electorate and building power, and that's what I'm doing.
How are you guys doing that?
So it is a statewide organization. We do a lot of work from literally going door to door to site-based, going in corners and just talking to people. Yo, you registered to vote? Nah, I don't believe in that. Nah, I ain't doing none of that thing. Look, come on, let's talk about this. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to register for the Dems, the R's, or the I's.
Let's just get you
let's talk about this.
Yeah,
let's
so
just give you that right so that you show up and that whatever you feel like you're going to do it at that point.
Exactly.
You see something that you believe in 3 days before election. If you're not registered in the state of Pennsylvania, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And sadly, this is also a state that is a closed primary. So if you're not a Democrat or a Republican, you don't even get to choose who the hell is going to make it to the general.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot of education. But we are definitely the #1 voter registration organization in the state of Pennsylvania. If I'm not mistaken, we're the only one that focuses strictly on voter registration.
Okay.
And in 2022, we registered 20,000 new voters.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we ain't playing.
Hey.
Nah, we ain't playing.
That's what I'm talking. Yo, people died for this shit.
Absolutely.
People died for this shit. And they went
Absolutely.
through some real hard times just for us to even be able to have our voices heard. So to not exercise them, you know what I mean? That's incredible that you guys are out there doing that.
So this year is going to be 30,000. We added Philly to the mix. So we coming for this.
Heavy.
And we coming as a statewide. So we're not just coming for the city of Allentown or the city of Bethlehem. Now we expanding the electorate as a statewide so that the electorate represents people that look like us.
Yeah.
We don't see that right now.
I'm seeing a change like even when I ran a couple years ago, the numbers were up from previous elections. And then I also see that there's a lot more Hispanic women, black men, people from like Middle Eastern countries. They're all getting involved in the game too.
Absolutely.
And that's beautiful because we, especially here in Allentown, we got like, I don't even know. I don't even remember. Wasn't it like 70-something different like languages spoken just here in the city of Allentown?
I don't remember how many it was, but it's definitely a lot. The diversity in the city of Allentown is insane. I mean, it is huge.
Right.
We have one of the most diverse cities in the state of Pennsylvania, and also the third largest city. A lot of people don't even realize how much power we have in this city. And the day that people wake up, it's a wrap.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, oh man, it's so hard to get people who have no ambition to be involved in politics to see the importance of politics, especially the local ones. I was just on the last podcast, we were talking about the importance of the local election. Like, presidential's cool.
Those are the most important elections.
Those are the most important.
Yeah.
Like, these are the people
We're talking school ball. Did y'all people see that Satan Club in Hellertown?
No,
Yo,
I
did
didn't.
y'all see that?
No, I didn't
This
see
shit
it.
is real.
No,
There
a
is a
Satan club?
Satan Club in Hellertown. The Hellertown School District, I forgot which school it is. WFMC has it. Morning Call has it. They just did an article on that. They absolutely have a club for Satan in a school in the state of Pennsylvania, literally down the street from us. So when it's that freaking close, y'all got to snap out of it. Those school board races are insanely important, and people forget about that.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, no, you're going to have to Google it. You got babies. Satan Club in the schools.
Holy shit.
But y'all don't have a Bible club. And mind you, I'm not a church person, but it's like, are y'all for real?
But what's the message that we're preaching
Like, are you
here?
for real?
Yeah.
Satan Club?
That's crazy. Honestly, I've been like, little by little, especially since 2020, I've been like taking a step back from the news. It just got too hellish for my life.
It is.
That it was stressing me. I was taking that anger that I was seeing from all parts of the country into my day-to-day life.
That ain't cool.
And it's that influential though. So once I realized that and I took a step back, my life, I'll 100% say my life has been a hell of a lot more peaceful.
You're breathing.
Yeah.
You're allowed to breathe, right? You're feeling that good air, that oxygen. Nah, I feel you.
And not have to leave the house and wonder, like, are people having these misconceptions about me? Am I going to have to deal with ignorance? And that was kind of where I was, like, leaving the house every day of, like, okay, what's life going to throw at me today, opposed to, like, I'm going to make the best of today.
You were waking up like this.
Yeah.
You were ready all day,
with the guard
all
up,
day. And that's tough.
That's no way to live. That's no way to live.
I lived like that for 3 years.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, man. I'm really happy to hear about the incredible work that you're still doing.
Nah, and he took me out the house. Like, I have been out since my primary election. I just bunkered down, walked away. And just needed some me time. Just needed some breathing time, some grounding time.
How have you been spending that time, like this time away?
So again, I started working for a statewide organization that is going to build power, which is really my main focus is the electorate, right? That's always been my bread and butter. That's my baby. Somebody that believes in the same work that I'm doing. But also, lately, it's been a lot more family time. I lost my mom in October. That was a gigantic hit.
My condolences.
Thank you. And then I decided to step in for my sister who just had triplets.
You did tell me that.
So I
Healthy
promised mom.
babies now?
Yes, can you believe that? I promised mom that I was gonna make sure that my sister was okay. That was her biggest concern. And I told her, Mommy, descansa. It's all good. I got you. I ain't gonna let you fail. So I've been stepping in and playing a lot more than the Titi role with my sister and her trips. She has 3 baby girls. Spontaneous triplets. That shit ain't even heard of.
I got three kids, and I couldn't imagine having them all
It ain't
at the
easy,
same
yo.
time.
I had them yesterday for 4 hours by myself, and when one cries,
They all cry.
the other one starts crying, and then I'm like, I get this one settled to pick up that one, and then the other one decides that it's my turn.
Do they sleep at the same time?
They sleep at the same time, and then they wake up like 1, 2, 3. So when
no
it
breaks.
ain't no break, yo.
No break.
It ain't. I don't even know how people do this. The government should be sending nannies when somebody has triplets like that.
Yeah, just making sure that people got
Yeah,
help.
like
That's a lot of work.
Single mom, like there is no support out there for anything like that. And that's what I do, right? I'm always researching what is out there, and so many people hit me up for everything. I ran for state rep, but a lot of people forget that I did not win that race, and they still hit me up for anything and
Because
everything.
you're tapped in. That's why you're tapped in. You know all the people, regardless of whether you won or not. Even for me personally, I didn't win either, but I'm still tapped in with a lot of people. I got a phone number for everyone.
Yeah, and the community is always reaching out when something is going on. Hey, mira, pasó esto, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, okay, I got to sit this one out. You need help with this one? Okay, let me get you some info for that one. This one I'm going to sit out because that one is wild. And this one, let me jump in and jump out a little bit.
Right.
So definitely, I'm always looking for social services and trying to figure out what is out there for our people, you know.
Yeah,
How do we get support out there for everybody for everything they need? So that's kind of
that's beautiful.
I'm always trapping into that. And then again, I have the nonprofit. Let's not forget that tiny detail. Self-women's reentry.
Oh, I was gonna say Unidos.
No, that would be Jamalisa, my
yeah.
sister Jami. Shout out. She's
Shout
in
out,
Oregon
shout
right
out.
now.
She's in Oregon.
She's in Oregon.
What are they
She's
doing?
out there. They sent her out there to be speaking engagement. They flew her down to Oregon.
Ooh.
Doing big things.
Doing big things.
Yeah,
That's what I was
yo.
gonna say.
That's your hotel room? Shit.
Yeah,
that
that's
ain't no
nice.
Motel 8.
I never got flown out anywhere. I'll tell you that much. I had to pay for all that
Me
shit.
and Eric got flown to down the street. Like, stay in your house and
Yeah.
come speak over here.
No, that's dope. That's
That is
really dope. And like, so is the plans for you guys to expand over there at some point, or take it further than Allentown?
Not right now, right?
No.
So one thing that I have learned is not to bite more than you can chew.
Right.
Right. And I see that with a lot of organizations out here. Like, we have so much need right here in the Lehigh Valley, but yet we're expanding to A, B, C, D. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
We got to take care of home
like,
first.
what are you doing? You're collecting what? To go where? Philly? We have all these people right down the street.
Right.
Like, why are we going to Philly for that? So one thing that I do is I try not to bite more than I could chew. And if this is where the need is, and we haven't solved this need here, why am I going somewhere else? Let me keep my focus and my resources right where I'm at, right where the people that are around me need it, my neighbors, my family.
That makes perfect sense.
So we'll grow one day, but right now, nah, we need help right here.
Yeah, take care of home.
Yeah, we got to feed our people first.
So how old is I know you said your daughter's the same age. How old is she now?
My Kiana is, hold on, 20. She's going to be 22. I know this.
I'm sorry.
I know this. Listen, I suck at numbers, right? So this is how I do my kids, right? Is 93, 95, 97, and 2001. Y'all figure out the math.
I didn't know you had 4.
Yeah, I got 4.
Oh, shit.
My daughter's the baby.
You don't see it.
That's
You know what
good.
I'm
I'm
saying?
taking that. My daughter's the baby. I got 4. I got 3 beautiful grandchildren that I love to death. Little Kayla, shout out, my number 1. Then we got Kelani, and baby Isaac is all the way in Texas. So I'll be going to Texas soon, baby. I got you. First birthday coming
grandma's
up.
getting out
Yeah,
there.
I don't play.
Grandma's getting out
They're
there.
my life, yo.
How do you like going from being like the mom, like on a daily basis, and then now your kids are a little bit more grown up? And like how does that change?
Yo, Eric, you're gonna love that.
Yeah.
Yo, it's dope.
I love my
It's dope.
babies, but they get on my goddamn
And you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. Like,
Yeah.
when I hear my daughter, I need a break to what? That's your problem. I don't know what to tell you,
I
boo-boo.
put my time
That's
in.
your headache,
Yeah.
Shit. Don't talk to me about that drama. I dealt with mine. But to be able to pick them up and spoil them and love them, and then when you get burnt out, it's like, all right, yeah, are you
you
picking them
go.
up?
Yeah.
Oh, you can? You tire pop, all 4 of them? I got you. I got a good old car with a car seat in the back. So I'm dropping them off. So no, I love that transition. I love being a grandma. I'm almost playing grandma also to my sister's babies. So I love that. I love having them around, loving on them, spoiling the crap out of them. All my money goes on kids, by the way. I spend no money on me. And
Sounds like us.
yeah, I feel you. I'm buying a minivan. Like, the hell? I'm buying a minivan. I'm buying a freaking minivan. Like, legit.
Wait, why? To be in
My
of
sister just
assistance?
had 3.
Oh,
And she has
man.
a 1-year-old, and then my grandkid.
I don't know. See, you're a better person than me.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, look, I'll help, but I'm
Oh
not
my
changing
God.
my vehicle.
Literally buying a minivan.
They're
to be-
comfortable as fuck, though.
So
I'll tell you that.
I went to Georgia. Here's the insight on the minivan. Okay, maybe it happened before her time. maybe. So I went to Georgia. We were out there knocking on doors for Warnock.
Mm-hmm.
So for the special elections in Georgia. Shout out to Georgia. We did that thing. We were in Savannah.
Oh, shit.
And I rented a minivan because it was a team. You know,
Right.
we have 5 grown-ass people.
You need space.
You need space. Yo, I fell in love with this minivan. I was like, yo, you can sit on the back?
Yeah.
Captain seats? What? Is that a TV up there?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to drive.
Shit's reclined all the way
What?
back. All of it.
Yo, I loved it. You know, we needed to hold something. What do you mean the seats hide on the floor?
Yep, drop the seat.
You don't got to take them out like my days. They high. Yo, I fell in love with the minivan. So ever since Georgia, I came back saying I'm buying a minivan, and then all this happened.
And then it's like an excuse.
Now I legit could tell my wife, baby, you know we need a minivan now.
Yeah.
Kelani's
Look
car
at what we're
seat.
dealing
Kelani's
with.
car seat don't even fit anymore. I'm struggling. I have a third row, right? I bought the third row because of the grandkids. Now I'm buying a minivan because of the grandkids.
She's plotting.
Yo.
She's plotting.
Baby, you're gonna get that pickup, I promise. She wants a pickup.
That's what she wants.
She wants a pickup,
Diana
yeah.
wants a,
She wants a pickup
the,
too?
Yeah, what is it? The Toyota Tacoma or the Tundra? One of those two. I'm sitting there, I'm like, you don't even like driving the minivan anymore. What you want a pickup truck
My
for?
girl wants Silverado. She
The
wants
Chevy
this.
Silverado?
Yeah, she wants this
That's
big
a
old
big
car.
ass fucking
She
truck.
wants this freaking big ass trucks.
You do got a driveway though. So
I do have a driveway. I do.
At
And
least you don't got to worry about having a parallel parking.
Nah.
and stuff.
I'm not driving that big old thing. Like, what am I gonna do with that? I would need backup cameras, side view cameras, top cameras.
If it's
I need
new,
all
if
of
it's
them.
up to date, them things got cameras everywhere.
Yo, the minivan I drove had a camera that you saw all around it.
Oh, that's fire.
I was
Mine only got the rear one.
I
so.
know. I was like, oh.
These cars are different. You
But
can
I'm not
pretty
buying
much-
that, by the way. I'm buying a cash minivan. I don't need no more debt.
Oh, okay, I feel you.
Just a little hoopty, not too crazy.
I've never bought a car off the lot.
Really?
No. Well, we've always bought like second-hand cars.
Now I could tell
just
you,
never wanted the bill.
it took me forever to get there. Like I needed to really be stable to do that. I did that when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my car got repo.
You came outside, the boot was on it.
It was gone.
It was already.
There was no car. I called Popo. Somebody stole my
Somebody
car.
stole my car. We stole your car.
Yo, and they, I guess they run this number and they were like, ma'am, did you pay your car bill? I'm like, I did, the first couple of months.
Yeah, life's hard.
like you know that I had to pay rent. But back in the days, I'm one of the girls that got her car repo. Back in the days, I needed a whip. I needed something reliable. And then you don't realize that it comes with a bill that doesn't go away just like your rent.
Right.
And then you start going, okay, I have enough for rent. I have enough for one of my bills. Yeah, that car is going on the back burner.
Yeah.
And you
I
don't.
gotta feed myself.
Literally. So I had my car repo when I was young. I was like 21, 22.
At least it happened early. in
Yeah,
life,
it
so
happened
you
early.
gotta-
It
you
happened
got a
early.
nice
And I
taste of it.
learned after that, I did not get a brand new car until I was probably late 30s was my first brand new car.
I probably would be around the same area.
Yeah.
Just like, I wait
I
a
had to
little
be
bit.
stable. I had to be stable. I needed to have my money in. I needed to get my vacations out the
Right,
back. I
right.
needed to. And then I went ahead and I got into that bill. And then I got it again. And
Can you
now
give
I
some-
have another one.
Can you give some advice speaking on like going through trials and tribulations in your early 20s to where you are
Absolutely.
now? Can you give the people some advice? Like what do you think the most valuable piece of advice you can give to
man.
like 18 to like 25-year-olds? Because I got a lot of 18 to 25-year-old
Yeah,
people
that young
that
crowd.
listen.
Yes.
It's
gonna be all right, right? When you're going through something.
I love that. I love that
It's
advice.
gonna be all right. When you're going through something, you don't see day 2. You don't see day 3. You really you're stuck in that dark circle, and you can't see your way out of it. But I promise you, you have to take it one day at a time. You can't go to 6 months down the line when you can't even get through the first day. You got to get day by day. Day 1, my goal is to get through day 2. And day 2, my goal is to get to day 3.
Facts.
Break it down in such chewable spaces that you're going to be all right. Is always going to be all right. Just don't give up, man.
Hey.
My only thing is just don't give up. Do what you got to do. Right now, there's a lot more options than when I was growing up. I wish there was Uber. I wish there was Lyft. I wish there was Instant Cart back then that I could make a couple of bucks, picking up somebody's food
Yeah.
with my babies in the back seat, right?
Exactly.
And dropping it off. And I know that I got a couple of bucks. That would be my, for my food or for one of my bills or whatever as a backup. I worked really, really hard when I was young. I did. I was everything that you could think of. I was a correction officer. From being a correction officer, I got stabbed at work.
Holy
From being
shit.
a correction officer, I ended up going to cleaning toilets. And I was a real estate agent, very successful when I lived in Florida, to coming back down to Pennsylvania due to custody and starting from scratch again. I started so many times over in my life. And I promise you, it's gonna be okay.
Talk that shit.
Always.
Talk that
Yo,
shit.
you could strip me from everything today. And I promise you, I'm going to be all right. Because I lost everything.
Yeah.
I had it all.
Yeah.
I lost it all multiple times. Not once. Shitload of times.
You're resilient as hell.
And yo, you have to, right? When you
Yeah.
have kids, when you have something to live for, you don't have an option to give up. That
Yeah.
whole I had my first child at 15. I was young.
Wow.
And the second one at 17 and the third one at 20. I had all my kids by 22. And I remember everybody telling me there's no way this girl's going to get through.
That's tough. I didn't have we didn't have our first two out. We were 19. I couldn't imagine having four by the time I was 22.
And I was in foster care when I got pregnant.
Wow.
Like the struggle was for real.
Yeah.
Like, but when you have something to live for, when you realize that it's not just you, you gotta figure this shit out. Like you can't just give
Throw
in and sit in a corner and cry. I did that, and then I would smack myself in the back of my head. I'm like, well, you cried all fucking night. Now you're tired. Your kid is crying. You gotta get up and take care of them. So that didn't work out. So I would do my crying throughout the day. Not all night. I'm not breaking my phone. You know how many times I slam my phone against the wall and then I'm like,
fuck.
Now I gotta buy a phone.
Yeah, not another. I used to do that. When I used to get pissed off, I used to punch holes in the wall.
And now you gotta spackle that shit. Like, don't do that, man.
And I wasn't
that's
good
an advice.
Yeah.
Don't do no dumb shit like that. Yo, that cost me so much money.
Yeah, time, money, effort.
Nah.
There's still holes in this house from when we first moved in that I just did such a bad job.
Look at that.
It's like, oh shit.
No, you needed to fix that or hire the guy, and that's costing you money.
Yeah.
So don't break your own shit, man. Don't
take care of it.
Yeah, take care of everything you have, but it's gonna be all right. One day leads to the next, to the next, to the next. You know, every day is a new opportunity for you to be all right, and you're gonna figure it out. I promise you will.
I tell people that same thing. I'm like, you know, everything is gonna pass. This too shall pass. Like whether it's good times, whether it's bad times, ugly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All this shit is gonna change into something else, and you just gotta roll with the punches of it all. And it's, as fucked up as that sounds, because it's like these are real life problems. These are real life stresses and traumas that we have to go through. But the time don't stop for nobody.
Nope.
You know, and nobody's exempt from it. And it's either you stay exactly where you are, or you're gonna find a way to push through.
You're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And you know, everything is resilience, right? Everything in life. I remember saying, why did I make the mistake? And I used to use that word mistake so many times until I snap out of it. None of the shit that I did was a mistake. It was literally a trial. It was something that I absolutely needed to go through to get to the next step. You know, I just told somebody the other day that was, you know, going on a tangent. I'm like, yo, what you're going through is a book. You have to get through the first chapter to get to second.
Right.
And second to third. And you have to go through this, but you gotta learn. You know, that's the one thing.
You gotta learn the lesson.
You gotta learn.
Yeah.
Do not sit there not learning the damn lesson, because guess what?
You're gonna do that
You're
shit
gonna have to
again.
go through the same chapter again because
Yup.
you didn't learn it. It's just like in school. If you don't figure it out and you can't pass that test, you're gonna fail and you're gonna have to go through that chapter again.
Exactly.
So learn from that trial, right? Don't even call it a mistake. Learn from that trial, from that opportunity of growth, and then you're gonna get to move on to the next chapter.
The only L's we take are lessons. That's it.
They're lessons.
They're not losses.
lessons.
They're not losses. That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah, that's gonna make you who you are.
So you mentioned you got 4 kids, but you're also part of the LGBTQ community.
Yes, I am.
Okay. How do we get from having 4 kids to you now being married to a woman, if you don't mind me asking?
It's not hard, right? You know at a very young stage in your life how you feel, and I always say that it's something that you're really born with, but it's something that it takes a lot of people longer time to face. I'm blessed that we're now living in a society that is way more accepting.
Yeah, I would say that. Yes.
Back in the days, that was not something that was accepted. Specifically in my family, the Latino community is still a little bit backs away from that, and
did
don't
you come
like
from
that.
a religious?
Yes.
Like a religious. Yeah.
So my father's side of my family is evangelical, and my mother's side is Catholic.
Okay.
So they're both, and then here goes the damn rebel in the middle.
Yeah.
So
the black sheep of the family.
walking in here, like, you know, it is what it is. But definitely, I don't believe that my babies would have been here if I would have had acceptance way back then, or would have believed that someone would be able to understand this. So like I said, everything happens for a reason. They were all meant to be here.
For sure.
And that is why I had to go through what I had to go through. And then when you finally get to a stage in life that you're okay with this, and that you're okay with speaking, and you're done testing the waters and trying to this shit my kids are by 4 different fathers, by the way. You know, it was always like, this doesn't seem right. This is not working out. You know, domestic violence, everything in the middle. And then moving on to the next one and making the same mistake again.
Yeah.
Because I didn't learn from the first chapter. I just told you that. And then, you know, do it all over again. And it's like, damn, I got to go to that chapter again.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to go through many, many chapters the same time. I had to read that same book a lot of times to finally get it. And
so
then finally.
What changed, though?
Nothing really changed. It changed me. I lost fear. So my wife has been my friend for almost 30 years. She is my first child's godmother.
That's
we
beautiful.
have been close for a very long time and know everything about each other. So definitely is you finally being able to be you. So when I was finally able to be me and didn't care what anybody else would say or would think is when I started trusting. So I was single for 10 years before I got with my wife. So I spent 10 years single.
Just trying to figure out, like...
Just on my own.
Yeah.
Just on my own. After me and my daughter's father separated, I was done. I knew that this was not it, and I spent 10 years single.
Weren't you afraid to be alone?
No.
No?
I was tired.
A lot of people... I asked that because a lot of people stay with people in situations and circumstances solely because they're afraid to be by themselves. But being alone is essential to really discovering who you are.
Yes.
So that's why I asked. You weren't afraid?
No, I wasn't. I was tired of suffering and dealing with the same stuff over and over and over again. So once I started being by myself and I discovered me and I love me, it was like, I don't need nobody. Boy, please. I got this.
I'm the shit.
What I need. Sure, you need me. You know, and you start valuing yourself. You start building yourself up. And that's what I did. I spent 10 years doing that to the point that it was, I'm royalty. You know, I walk around with my head so damn high that, you know, my chin is hitting shit all over the damn, corners and stuff.
She's like 5'3".
I'm like this. I ain't even that tall. He just gave me extra inches. But definitely being alone is hard, right? A lot of people are very codependent. And I think I was too at one point, but I just got tired.
Right.
And it was all about my baby. So I got so busy, I started occupying my mind and building myself. And once you start doing that, it's over, man.
Yeah,
once you spend 6 months alone, it is over. You could do anything.
That's what's up. That's something I see a lot. Like I said, especially with today's like youth, which is weird.
They're codependent.
You know, they start dating at a really young age, and then they don't know when to cut the cord. Even when it's like you said, when it gets ugly or when it gets abusive, and whether it's physically or emotionally, whatever, they just don't know how to be alone. And I don't know what it is about, especially this generation of kids coming up. That's something that I've noticed a lot of.
Social media, it's influencing a lot of that, a lot of the what everybody should view, what your life should be like. And people don't realize that is just a front. Right? You're never going to put on social media when you're having a bad day. Yeah. You ain't going to wake up at 3 a.m. on social media when you're crying because you're going through shit and you can't sleep and you're going to go post a live. Nah, you posting the live the next day when you're looking all pretty and getting ready to head out the door and the bags under your eyes are covered by makeup. You know, it's all a front. It is all a front.
I love to say we only know what we think we know.
Exactly.
And, you know, and that's the same reason, like, we see it all the time. We see all these celebrities that hit the highest peaks of their careers, money, fame, whatever the case may be, and then they kill themselves. And I'm like, if that's all that truly matters is this lifestyle we see on our cell phones or computers, you know, why? Why do people do things like that? There's something more that we need to be searching for. We need to be asking each other more questions than what we do. I don't think we're concerned enough with each other in some aspects of society.
No, absolutely. Everything is a front, man. And understanding that people are only showing you the part of them that they want you to see. That's all you're seeing. You ain't never gonna see the other side, ever.
That's why I always liked you, because I never felt like I was getting only a piece of you. Like, I was like, yo, she comes into these rooms, and it doesn't matter who's standing here. She's fucking loud every time.
It is what it is.
I'm like, this is somebody that's not afraid to be themselves. And, you know.
That's them 10 years.
That's them 10 years.
That's them 10 years alone, I'm telling you.
That
building yourself.
Made you comfortable.
Walking in like I'm 7 feet tall.
Was there anything specific that you did in that time that, like, you know, some people find religion, some people find exercise, some people, you know, they find their creative path that they're supposed to walk.
Nah, you know? I spent 10 years doing everything, trying out everything from I did real estate, right? And that allowed me a lot of financial stability that I didn't have my entire life. I was a very successful real estate agent in Florida. And I remember just blowing my money because I never had it. So it's almost like when somebody gives you ice cream and you never had ice cream and you take one scoop of ice cream, you're going to be 300 pounds in a year.
Yeah.
You're going to be eating ice cream every day of your life, right? And that's how it was, right? All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit, my bank account is like, crazy.
This looks nice.
What?
I could get you.
And I remember literally, taking my kids to a restaurant. It's 4 of them things, remember. Every day of the week, wherever they wanted to go.
That's a lot of money.
And 5th day is me. I'm still here.
Yeah.
So 5 days a week, we were just blowing through money like there was no tomorrow. And then I remember when the real estate market crashed. How do you go from living in a $500,000 home, making tons of money, to having nothing? Nothing.
That shit sounds depressing.
In like 3 months.
Wow.
You go from being up here to hitting. I did not fall off a plane. I literally fell off the goddamn space shuttle in space. It was that high.
Holy.
And it was, it was a crash. And I remember sitting here thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? I saved nothing. I flew my mom in from Pennsylvania. I flew my siblings in. I was going to Disneyland like it was $50 to get in. It was just wild, the amount of money that I was spending. But that's something that I needed to do, right? That was one of those chapters.
Yeah.
Guess who ain't doing that shit today?
You learn from that shit.
What?
Yeah.
Guess who's shopping, on clearance sections regularly, like I'm a Polar, but on the clearance aisle.
I stay in Ross. I got no shame in that shit.
I'm telling you.
I got none.
And you learn, right? So I spent 10 years doing a lot of everything, a lot of learning people. I did a lot of going out, did my clubbing at that point. Did my fancy houses, did my fancy cars, spoil my kids, whoop their asses. Yeah, because I'm that mom.
We whoop ass around these parts.
Yeah, I'm that mom. I'm going to teach you.
We could get to that.
You ain't going to listen one day?
We can get to parenting.
Yeah. Nah, we ain't playing. My boys know better. So definitely.
Talk that shit.
Mom spent a decade just being me and just doing everything that I needed to do. And I swear those 10 years led me to everything that I am today.
Oh, I love a good redemption story. Because life is nothing but peaks and valleys.
Yeah, you have to. And people got to know that, right? So
Yeah.
people see me and they really think that Enid is at a high all day. Nah, I've been at so many lows. When I just lost my mom in October, I spent 3 months that I was like, I didn't even know what to do in my life.
Just grieving.
Yeah, it was like, I will grieve and then I will snap out of it. Okay, you got to get the hell over this shit. Like, you can't do this. Go back to work, do this, do that. And then I'll crash again because I was not allowing life to do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
This is normal. This is a process that you have to go through. But I believe that I was stronger than that. So here I am trying to fight my own emotions. And that was just the other day. So definitely understanding that you're going to go through ups, you're going to go through downs. But like I tell you, every day you have an opportunity to overcome that. One day after the next, one step after the next. And you're going to be okay.
How are you now? I mean, I know you just said the other day, like, how are you feeling today?
So today I woke up, I did my hair, I found my quality shirt that I was like, where the hell is my shirt at? Found my shirt and it was nice, hung up, clean, so that's flawless. Today I'm having a good day, right? I'm going to go see a minivan down the street that my sister found for me. From one of the local mechanics down the block. I'm telling this dude, don't sell me no lemon because I'm going to be popping into your driveway every day of the week.
You're going to fix this shit.
Well, I will. I'm the one. I have the flexibility. Remember that shit. I will be parking in front of you like this.
Post it up.
We have it charging on this car, right? The battery's still working. I'm still all day right here. So don't play me. But definitely, just knowing today's a good day. Yesterday was an okay day. My wife took me out like at 8 o'clock at night. She walked in and she's like, did you eat? I'm like, yeah. She goes, you look like shit. Well, thank you, baby.
Yeah,
I highly appreciate you noticing what I look like right now. And she's like, come on, let's go get something to eat at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm not hungry. She's like, let's go. So I needed that. I needed to get out. I needed to have that food that I was not thrilled with, that drink that was okay. But I got out the house, right? And I came back and I showered and I was so much better. It's understanding that, and when you have a support system that gets that, it's a million times better. It's nice to always have one. I did not always have that, but it's nice to have it now.
I was going to say that a quality partner, even if it's not your partner, but if you have a quality partner by your side that'll pull you out of a rut, a friend, a family member, that shit is essential. Because
you need that.
I'm guilty of it. I have a really bad habit of living in my head where I'll just sit there and I'll think all day and just think, and I'll put myself into a bad space simply because I haven't just like
in your own head.
I haven't turned my I haven't
in your
turned
own
it
head.
off, and I haven't done anything out of the norm to to show me something else. So I think that's essential to have. We have somebody walking out,
And it
like,
could be a
you
friend.
look like shit.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
walking
so-
in the house, I'm like, I'm fucking gone for 10 hours, and you're gonna walk in here and tell me I look like shit?
shit?
Well, thank you so much. But definitely having someone. When I didn't have my wife, I had my best friend Goga and my other friend Venus. I have two friends that I had forever, like 20 years. And I remember Goga would be my person. She would be the one that would pop in the door.
Shout out to
What
Goga.
are you doing? Yeah, my girl. Mwah, I love you. She'll get me out of the house. We'll go and take all of our girls to the movies. And, don't do the stuff that I did. Social media is not cool anymore. Don't tell your kid to run to the bathroom and meet them there and take them inside because now the seats have a number. So, all that stuff.
And you reserve it.
Yo, but it's like, single mom stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to get these kids out of the house. Now they might need to sit on the steps. Just go sit on the steps. Poppy.
Excuse me.
Get the two corner seats
Yeah.
so that you could have the steps for you.
Uh-huh.
But we did a lot of things back in the days. But having that one person, it does not have to be a partner. It could just be a friend. It could be a family member. Someone that you trust on good and bad days. Don't be calling that person every time that you're down because they're gonna start blocking your number.
Yeah.
That shit is frustrating.
Not with everything.
Yeah,
Some
damn.
some things you gotta
But
work
call them
through.
when it's a good day too. It's like, Avatar came out. It's time to get the kids to run to the bathroom.
Right.
Whatever that. We did do that for that first Avatar, by the way. But definitely, call them for good and bad. Call them when you're struggling, but also call them when you're having a good day, all hyped up, because that's what friendship is.
Exactly. You got to be able to share both and not just the negative side. To
Yes,
things.
that's how you build relationships.
I'm just now getting to the point where I shouldn't say just now, but mental health over the past year has been huge on my list for a very, very long time. I would say 2020 is when it started after I had lost the election, where mental health awareness wasn't in my vocabulary. But then it just seemed like after the election, life just started boom, 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 just fucking throwing snowballs at me. And
were they like ice, like strong, like hard?
Yeah,
Them shits
yeah.
were. It wasn't the soft,
No,
fluffy, pretty one that is nice and clean.
that was hail. It was a hail
Oh,
balls.
okay. It was the dirty one after the cars run it over and it's all black and hard.
Yeah.
That's the one you got. Okay.
Them shits was hurting too. But that's like pretty much the whole preface of this show was I got into a really, really, really bad spot and I was there for close to like 6-7 months. And then my wife helped me out of it. A couple other things too, but my wife was very influential in that and telling me, hey, you look like
Shout
shit.
out Diana.
Yeah, big shout out to my wife. But yeah, I had that person. I was like, you look like shit. And then, and it helped me out of the rut. So I made this show with the sole preface to be able to help people in some way, shape, or form. And that's why I got people like you up here, because not only have you been battle tested and had the scars to prove it, you have made something of yourself despite coming from nothing. So
Thank
what
you.
I mean? I want you to give
Thank
yourself
you.
a pat on the back.
Aw.
Give yourself a pat on the back, you know what I mean? And you're gonna do something for people on this show. I've had numerous people come up here already, and then people write me like, "Yo, that episode was so powerful."
That's dope.
And,
That's dope.
So thank you for being a part of the platform, the podcast, and everything like that. Coming up here, sharing.
I'm
your
here,
story.
yo. I'm here.
It's not over, but
it's
I do
like
wanna give you your
Eric.
kudos.
Eric is an awesome person that I met him during his campaign trail. And one thing that I do is I build relationships, and that is something that I tell myself every time. I don't just meet someone to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
I meet someone because I want to build a relationship. I want to keep on growing my circle with positive people. If you're not positive, you're not going to be in that circle long. I need empowering, and I need people that are trying to empower themselves. So when somebody hits me up and it's like, yo, I need you for this, what's up?
Yeah.
If I could do it, I'm there.
Exactly. That's what's up. I remember the first time I met you, and then the next week we ended up in the same room again. And I remember, and I told Mike, I was like, I like all of these people. I was like, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to rock with them. I was like, because it seems like they already have like their own little circle.
clique.
And you were in, and I was referring to like you guys, like Unidos and all you guys. And I was like, it's beautiful what they're doing, but I was like, I'm not sure if I can be a part of it because it's already established. And Mike was like, I kind of just hang out in the back too. And then by the end of the campaign, everything went topside for me. All the people that I thought I could trust weren't the motherfuckers I could
You
trust.
learn, yo.
Yeah.
I tell you learn when you're running for office. Yeah.
There's only a few of you guys, and you're one of them that I met, and that relationship cultivated itself over the past 3 years. So, you know what I mean? Thank you for sticking around.
Of
I appreciate you
course.
being authentic and showing me exactly who you were from the gate, because a lot of those motherfuckers I was walking with are no longer
They ain't like
here.
that, and they ain't like that, right? It's something that I'm glad that you said that. It's something that I learned. I remember my first time running in 2020. I had this. It started with a gigantic group of people, right? It starts with the huge masses.
Everybody wants to be a part of it.
Everybody want to be in, and you start seeing people. You start seeing who they really are. You start seeing what happens when you're having a bad day. When you're having a bad day, and people start pulling out, you're calling them, hey, I really need you today to do this because this happened and that happened. Nah, I can't do it today. Okay, I get it. Can you do it tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, how about, Wednesday? Are you available for an hour on Wednesday? Can you do this that day? Well, that Wednesday is also a bad day. Well, what about Thursday? Now get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Stop playing me.
Yeah, at some point, you just don't want to be.
And I'm the one that will tell you,
right,
stop playing me, yo. Just walk away. Stop playing because I'm too old for you to be playing me.
Don't waste either of our time.
Yeah, I've been here. But like you said, a lot of the people that I started with that I thought were going to be it to the end are gone. Mm-hmm. And the people that I was like, I don't know. Let's test it out. It's volunteer shit. Those are still here.
They stuck around.
Today. Like they're still here. Like they're still here today. Like still, I get my messages from my Heather. I get my Miss Connie. It's a huge part of my life.
Big shout out to Connie.
Yeah,
Santos.
that's my girl. And definitely there's a lot of people, that I really didn't know and didn't think that were gonna stick it through. Jami, and we're still writing. Like we're still writing strong.
That's
so building relationships and the other people. Yeah, you all right. I'm gonna say hi to you. No love lost. It's all good. But I know what time it is.
Yeah, I know that you're unreliable.
So I know what time it is.
Yeah.
I know why you're here, and I'm. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. Can you speak on the importance of being able to meet people and cultivate those relationships? Because like you said, when we started out earlier, you were like, I didn't even win, but I still got people calling my phone and things like that. So can you speak on the importance of cultivating relationships and knowing who to cultivate those relationships with? Because I'm just like you in a lot of ways. I'll shake a lot of hands. I'll meet a lot of people, but I don't remember everybody's name.
Neither do I.
I got a good feel of what type of energy people are going to give off, and I know. For the most part, I know who's going to be around and who isn't.
I get name tags for every event. And I swear, it has nothing to do with nothing but the fact that I'm horrible with names.
I'm like, yo, what's your... Oh, Eric, how you been? I'm sitting there, I'm like...
I don't even... Yeah, I just keep talking.
I feel so, I feel so bad sometimes.
Praying to God that somebody says the name around me. And then I'll start using the name so that I could get it in my head. No, but definitely is being honest and being real, right? I never promise someone something that I can't help you with. And I try to be genuine. If I could help you, if I could look out for you on this, I got you. And if I can, I'm going to tell you, listen, let me see what I could do, but I don't know.
No promises.
So definitely I think it's that genuine mentality of not lying, not over promising, and that works. It's just what I do. If I got you, I got you. If I can't, I can't. And it's all good. You're either gonna, love me or hate me for that. And you're gonna trash me in social media. I get trashed a lot. And then, here goes the other side and they lift me back up again. And then another side trash me for no reason. Like, why you mad at me? Shoot.
And not only that.
Go talk to the dude that won the election. He's the one with the resources.
Exactly. And not only that, like, I'm reachable. You got something to say? Tell me. Tell me. Don't do it on a comment. Don't not tag me.
Write a book. Like, when you're writing how you have all that time? I be reading this comments, and I'm like, I could only get through half because that shit was long, and I got shit to do.
130 comments.
I got shit to do. No, one person will write like
a whole paragraph.
Yeah, and I would get to here, and I'm like, how did you do this? Because I got shit to do. This. I gotta go, boo. So I'm gonna come back and read the other half later when I have my time to do that, and the third part later, and the fourth part way later after that. So it took me a whole day to read your comment. And then I don't even reply, right? So that's gonna piss you off even more. That's another thing, Eric. I don't reply to haters.
I don't
You
either.
are not worth my time. You are not worth my breath. Like I said, it takes me 4 chapters to be able to even get through that, if I even manage to get through that. Because negative energy is not around me. That's not something that I'm gonna be holding on to. And quite frankly, to each his own. If you have that much hate in your heart for no reason, like, you don't know me. Like, why are you so mad at me?
That's the big thing.
Like, why are you so upset at me? Because what?
Because I
ran against a white man? Yeah. What? Get out of here. Like, you're gonna be all right. I promise you, you're gonna be all right. I promise you, because I'm gonna be okay. So I know you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You're all good. But definitely, just I don't give up power. I don't give up power. And answering to somebody that is so mad at me for no reason is giving you a shit ton of power.
Right.
And I ain't never gonna do that.
I'm not in the business of being emotionally
What?
hijacked.
I
either.
got nothing to
Yeah.
do with you on
No,
that one, bro.
no.
You on your own.
Yeah.
You
can talk
on
to
your
yourself.
you on your own on that. Now when you send me a message, yo, what up, B? I just seen you the other day at the mall. I tried to say hi, but you ain't noticed me. I'm like, nah, mom. Not that I didn't notice you. I didn't see you.
Right.
I'm gonna reply and I'm gonna make it a point that if I'm around, I'm gonna recognize that face and I'm gonna say hi to you because you took the time to show me respect, and that's something that I'm gonna do for everyone, no matter what in life.
Exactly. I fuck with that. I fuck
Like
with
that.
it. It don't matter where we are. You just don't change. That
Nah.
authenticity you were talking about. People get in certain places around certain people and then they change. They change.
They go crazy
I
with
was
me.
talking about it the other day. I made a video and I was talking about like the importance of being yourself. And I was like telling them like how I used to be a chameleon. And a great example of that was when I was running for the politics thing. You know, when I was running for city council, I was being a chameleon. I was getting into certain places, and then I was being the version of myself that I needed to be
In that room.
in that moment. You know, and the one thing I felt like I didn't do was give myself a fair shot, because you know, those same people might not have been there the entire campaign trail had I told them exactly what I was feeling in that moment in time, you know. And so the authenticity of not only giving people pieces of yourself in certain moments is very vital, especially to being able to cultivate those relationships. And sometimes it'll get the motherfuckers that ain't supposed to be there from around you with a quickness.
Yep.
You know, it took me 9 months to learn that, but you know, I did learn it.
Took me a year.
It took me.
He did better than me, right? And that is so true. You have to learn, and you learn. I learned the hard way. You know, unfortunately, I'm one of those people that I have to go through it to learn my lessons. Please don't follow that lead on me. I'm begging you, don't do that.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, learn from what the hell I did. Yeah. Don't go doing all the shit that I did in life, man. That is not okay. Don't have a bouncer while you're living in Pembroke outside your door collecting a fee to come in to a party that just has, you know, a DVD, you know, don't do none of that.
You used to live in Pembroke?
Yeah, that's my hood. That's where I was raised.
I remember Pembroke was one of the most dangerous places you can go.
I was raised there, man. Dover
Wow.
Lane, Fritz Drive. That's my hood. I'm gonna be there on Tuesday, by the way, Boys and Girls Club. I'm gonna be registering voters out there.
Oh, we used to do our football practices.
I'm telling
there.
you, come over. When they had the pool, that's when I was a little girl out there.
Wow.
I used to jump that damn fence for night swimming.
On Tuesday? What time on Tuesday?
Tuesday, 6 to 8. We're going to be at the Boys and Girls Club registering voters. And again, you know, what I'm trying to do at this point is just doing nonpartisan. I don't care what party you're registering for. I just need people to understand the value of their voice. If you don't exercise at this election, at least you have the capability of doing it for the next round and just growing that and having people understand how important you are. How important we fucking are. Yo, stop playing with me.
We are the system.
Yo, we literally,
are the system.
I'm sick of saying we flip elections. When we wake up, there is people are going to come out here begging us to do what we need to do because we flip elections. We flip elections. We are the goddamn electorate.
So so after you get all these people registered, what's the next step in that process?
So we follow up, right? We have an organization of volunteers, the V word, guys.
Those are people that genuinely give a shit about what's going on.
Volunteers. They call every single person that we registered 30 days later to make sure that they receive their voter registration card. And then we go around when it's close to election, the last 2 weeks before election, to every person that we just registered. That was 20,000. To every person that we registered to remind her, election is coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan? Do you need me to help you get there? Do you want to talk about, you know, the issues?
You did
what
some
do you want to talk
creative
about?
shit where I know in the last election you were busing people to their stations if you needed to. We had people riding around.
We took someone that just had a knee replacement to go vote. Like, this lady had to be almost carried from her apartment to the damn bus inside with a wheelchair but she wanted to fucking vote. So if you want to do this, I am going to do whatever the hell I got to do to make sure that you get this done.
That's beautiful.
So,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm never going to forget that lady. You know, that was one of those big ones. I had an old lady that her daughter called me because she was turned away from voting. And we picked her up. What? They did what? You know, her daughter was working, and she called me all worked up. We went to the lady's house. We picked up the lady, took her to the voter registration. Latinos, a lot of us have two last names. Mm-hmm. Then people didn't realize that or didn't give a damn and didn't bother looking for that second last name. They told her that she wasn't registered. She absolutely was registered and have voted for so many elections.
Y'all went over there and turned it up on their ass? Look at I love it.
You're going to learn.
I love it. I love it.
You're going to learn.
I love it. I will say, I don't know who the judges are this upcoming election. I know I got hit up by a couple people because I'm a precinct captain around here. That's like my community thing that I do. But the one thing I do not like a lot of the time is the candidates that are trying to be elected, they don't come and knock on people's doors themselves.
That, man.
Honestly, I have a real distaste for people who want my support but aren't even willing to come and talk with me, answer some questions, or none of that. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm the motherfucker that can help you get elected because I'm in charge of this ward
ward, yeah.
You know, and
so I don't even know who the heck is running for judge locally here. The only one that I talked to was Patrick Palmer, that's running for district judge, but that's about the only one that I have heard that is running.
I didn't even know Patrick was running for
yeah,
district
he
judge.
just decided, I think it was like 2 months ago. So he's running for district judge out on the east side. But I feel you on that. Right? I feel you on that. In my house, I have one person ever knock on my door. One person ever knock on that door. So, and I live right, I'm on Jefferson Street. Like, I'm right on prime location. Like, goddamn, your yard sign on my, I gotta charge you for your damn yard sign on my yard. Because it's that much visibility.
Yeah,
I need to charge you.
You live in a high traffic
what?
area. Yeah.
So if I put your yard sign on my yard, it's because I really believe in you. I know the power that my front lawn has because of all the people that are driving back and forth. And the fact that people look for my yard now. They literally, I had a lady the other day knock on my door. Not the other day, the last election. She said, I haven't seen who you're voting for. Because I didn't have the yard signs up. I was so mad at everyone that had nobody's yard sign up. And then I was like, all right, get your shit together, E. You know damn well they're going to make a right mistake or a wrong mistake. If they're looking to see who you are supporting, make the right choice. It might not be the best choice, but it's the best of what we have right now available.
Right. The best, from the pool.
The best of what we have. It is what it is. This is the group. And I put my yard signs up. And then she came back like 4 days later. Well, thank you so much for doing that. I was figuring out who the hell I was going to go vote for, and you didn't put your yard signs on time. She was yelling at me.
About
and
your choices.
regular citizen because I didn't have yard signs on my yard.
But that's how you know it's so influential, especially when you're somebody that is vetted in the politics game too.
And they believe in me. They trust me. They believe on my mission and my vision, and they pay attention. But you're right. You have to come and knock on these doors. I have to talk to you. I got to know why you're running for office.
You wouldn't imagine how many people, myself and Mike, when I was running, we probably knocked on well over 2,000 doors in the span of like 3 months. And I turned so many people to either go out and vote, or two, change who they were voting for city council, simply because I was the only person from that election who knocked on their door.
Yeah.
Just to simply introduce myself and let them know who I am and what I'm doing.
No, absolutely.
It's so
powerful because they remember you, right?
Yeah.
So now, I don't know all these people that are inside this list, but I remember Eric. That's my boy.
Yep.
That's my boy.
We spoke. I was giving people out my cell phone number.
Yes.
I
Big
was doing
mistake.
You know what's funny? Nobody ever used it.
What?
Not a single person.
My cell phone number, I swear, is in the bathroom of City Hall because everybody calls that damn number. So it has to be sitting in the bathroom of City Hall. When you go to the bathroom, it got to be in the door that you're sitting there and you save it, or you shoot me a text right from that door. Everybody has it, but I ended up getting a Google number. So for anyone that is running for office, I highly recommend getting a Google number. It's free, and it's going to be able to separate, your personal from your campaigning.
And you don't need another phone.
No.
Okay.
It's literally a Google number, and you hear a different ring when it comes through. And it'll tell you, the Google subscriber, blah, blah, blah. Like, you'll hear that. And it's
I
like,
didn't know
okay.
nothing about that. I was just giving people my cell phone number.
You need a Google number. That's something that I learned, right? I learned after I did that.
It.
After everybody had my number, I learned.
3 years later.
Get a Google number for everything, even for your business, right? If you cannot afford to get a second line, just get a Google line. Same phone, absolutely free, and you'll be able to separate your work from your regular life.
I have a question. So, you see the climate of the country. There's wars going on. There's potential wars on the horizon.
This is everything. Goddamn Joe Biden talking
how
about
do you feel about it?
immigration the other day. I was so pissed off. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you don't make my life any easier. You're the goddamn Democratic president.
What happened? I would like to
so
know
pretty
this.
much jumping into the politics of the country, I care about immigration, right? There's a lot going on. There's wars going on, but I'm always worried about what is going to affect my people directly.
Yes.
And my people are my Black and my Latinos. Everybody else has someone looking out for them. I need to make sure that I'm looking out for mine also. And he's pretty much talking immigration of people having to ask for asylum in the country that they're going through before they get to the United States, or they will be automatically turned back.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
what? So you want somebody coming from Venezuela to ask for asylum in Mexico when the Mexicans are trying to get out of there themselves and they don't have the resources for them? Like, how dare you? Like, stop doing this to people. But then you have no issue flying people in from where is it that we're in war?
Ukraine?
Yeah. You have no issue bringing people
them-
over here, but then
Yeah.
these people that are sitting here fighting for their life, just trying to get through, getting killed, drowning with their babies in a river, those we got to push away.
That's always been my issue.
It's like
we treat them
it's
differently
either all of us
depending-
or none of
yeah,
us. Like,
all of-
stop your shit. Just
That's
because
how
they're
I-
white doesn't make
yeah.
them any different than the
'Cause
Latinos that are crossing through.
a lot of people don't know the I was looking it up earlier. The rates of illegal immigration coming down from Canada are up 829% from the past 5 years.
Look at that.
829%. But you don't hear about
Nah, I didn't
you don't
even
hear
know about that one.
Canadians crossing
Nah,
into America
nah.
en masse.
'Cause it's
but
different.
You hear about the
It's
the
like,
Mexican
stop
border.
it, man. Leave these people
They
alone.
pick and
There's
choose.
nobody that works harder than somebody that is crossing from Central America, from Mexico. These people are so hard worker, and they're just trying to give their family a better life. But yet, we're going to fight them, but we're going to bring from down there. Like, get the hell out of here with
Yeah.
that shit, man.
And,
that's
I
an
agree.
unpopular opinion, right? A lot of people are going to bash me for that. Join that group of the 7,000 pages that are going to get ignored. But that's how I feel about that. That's my personal opinion. Nobody's linked to my personal opinion. But don't treat them better because they're white. But the Mexicans that are trying to get through, and the Central America that are trying to get through, or the Haitians that are trying to get through, right? Because we have them from Haiti crossing over also, and we're going to treat them different.
And
Like,
they're
get
going
outta
through,
here.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're going through another civil war. in
Yes,
Haiti
that's
right
why
now.
there's, again, you're seeing a lot more of the Haitians coming through and trying to get by. It's like, stop it. Treat them all equal, or
we
don't.
can't pick and choose who we want to help.
It should
based
just
on
be
what
one
they-
rule, right? It should be one rule.
We're either going to help or we're not.
This is the rule. You are going to abide by these rules no matter what your skin color is, and that's how we keep it moving. You have the Cubans that could just swim in, and as soon as you touch U.S. territory, you are welcome with open arms, and you're given grants and everything else, right? But then you have the Mexicans that are being thrown right back. Like, what? I don't get it. I'm never going to be an immigration lawyer. Dave Harrington, boo, that's on you. I can't. I can't.
I like Dave. Shout out to Dave.
Yeah, shout out to Dave. I
like
love Dave. And his baby's the cutest.
Yeah, I didn't see his baby.
The cutest.
We're almost up to an hour now. So, is there anything that you want to say to the people? Hey, you want to leave them with anything?
All right, I'm going to touch in politics at the end, right? We have races that are happening right now. I am not actively helping any candidate. I am taking a break. I am breathing on my own. And like you said, I'm focusing on my mental health. But again, let's be realistic. See who is running for public office right now. Locally, right? Nationally, yeah, it's a big deal.
That's next year,
Locally,
though. That's
it's
next
going to be
year.
what affects you right the hell now.
Yep.
Who gets into them city council seats? I mean, when you're looking at names, and I'm going to throw you names that you better not vote for these people, because that shit is crazy. Robert McLean, he was city council president at one point. Biggest races I ever seen. Followed, then you have Khadija Alfat. I thought she was retiring. Nah, she's running up again.
She's staying?
She's running up again. They were signing petitions the other day for her. You have... What's
I'm
the
not a
tall
big
one?
fan of
What's the
Candido.
tall one with the mustache?
Hendricks.
Yeah.
Daryl Hendricks.
Another one that's running. Look at the demographic of your city. Jesus Christ. Look at the demographic of your city. And think now, who is going to be able to represent you? These people have been sitting in office. Robert McLean,
For fucking 10, 12, 15 years.
they have proven to you already.
They got their shot.
They
got their
proved to
fucking
you what they're
shot.
going to do. No, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
And it is not
And it
benefiting
ain't us.
everyone.
And it ain't for us.
Nope.
So please, you have some other names that are coming up. Luis Acevedo. Yo, that is possibly one of the most humblest guys I have ever met in my life. You call Luis for anything, Luis show up. He don't care who you are. People like that deserve a shot, right? You have some
People
young,
that give a shit about people.
thank you. You have Serena, young girl that's jumping in there.
I didn't
Listen,
know Serena was jumping in.
Yeah, she jumped in.
Ah.
So definitely let's give a shot to different people. I want my Lewis to get in. I want the youth to get in because they're the ones that are going to be representing the youth out here. Cece, she's a controversial topic. I'm still supporting Cece. I don't care what nobody has to say.
Cece has my support as well.
Cece is the person that is going to shake things up and not give a damn. She has proven that time in and time out, and she is there for our people. So I am also going to be supporting Cece on her run again. I am going to be collecting a couple of signatures for her. I have the petition in the car. School board. If you have not signed up to run for school board and you're thinking about it, we have no Latino representation running for school board right now.
Diana
Rodríguez. Vamos a buscar esa aplicación ahora, coño. So please, if you're thinking about running for school board, I haven't seen enough names that are going to represent our babies. I just told you there's a goddamn Satan club in Hellertown right now. If you think that ain't going to make it to Allentown, you got another thing coming with the people that are in there. 15
minutes away from here.
Stop it. You absolutely need to run for school board if you're thinking about it. Put your name on that damn ballot. It don't take a lot. It don't take a lot of money. What it takes is heart. Yep. Have people, like Eric said, knock on doors and have people see your face. Make sure that you're out there on an election day, that people are seeing your face and talking to you. So absolutely, you don't need a lot of money for races like that. You just need to have a passion. Have people know what your passion is. So school board, you do not have enough candidates right now.
Especially if you got kids in the Allentown School District.
Yes.
You should be trying to get in the game.
Seriously, it is a 70% diverse district. Why in the world are we not sitting in here representing our babies? I have to take a break from all of that, but it's your turn, man. If you are somebody that is thinking about it, there's still time. Go to the voter registrations office. Go grab your petition. For school board, you want to know how many signatures you need?
How many? 100?
10!
10? Oh, I was going to say
10! Your mama, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, Eric, me, we could definitely get you in that damn seat. That's all it takes. 10.
And your 3 closest neighbors.
Seriously, 10. They don't even got to be that close, yo.
I didn't know it was 10. I thought it was like 100, 150.
That was 3 years ago. They changed it to 10.
10?
10.
That's what our kids are worth.
10.
Just a heads
From
up.
From 100 to 10. Pretty soon, don't even ask for it. What is the point of asking for 10?
It's going to be a popularity contest at some point.
There's no point of asking for 10.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing for you to say that 10 signatures is all you need to be able to run for school board. But you know what? That's what it is. So take advantage that it's only 10. Please put your name on the hat.
You do not need any politic experience.
We need people that look like us.
Yes.
We need to fill that board with parents, with ex-parents, with people who are actually giving a damn about these kids that are disenfranchised literally in our schools down the street.
Talk that shit. So
that's where I'm leaving that. Again, register to vote. If you're not registered, shoot me a message. If I can't get to you, I promise you I'm going to get someone to get to you.
I'll make sure you got to give me some links to attach in the description so that way people can reach you. It's Enid Santiago. If you don't know her, you know somebody who knows her. I promise you, you do.
And that's all it is, man. Understand your value. Understand your worth, yo. You're worthy. You're valuable. You are everything in life that you think you are. Don't let somebody else's mind determine how the hell you feel and who you are, because you're your own queen and king. Period, yo.
Talk that shit. Listen, I have absolutely nothing else to say. Thank you for coming up here. I'm going to give you a big old hug.
Gimme. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for coming up here. Hey, thank you guys for rocking with us for the past hour. I really appreciate it. If you got any questions, comments, yes, please. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to myself and Enid. All her information will be in the description. And hey, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still amongst the stars. Peace.
I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now.